Hello, my angel friends. And this is Syl Ver from Rome. And it's early morning, but it's a beautiful summer day. And it's really nice to be with you again. And I had an inspiration to talk about two wonderful archangels, Archangel Uriel and Archangel Nathaniel. Why have I chosen these two beautiful archangels? Well, because they have helped me many, many times to take decisions. Since sometimes I'm over rational and I try to figure out and plan everything in advance, even though I know very well that sometimes plans are not going to get through. But sometimes I really have difficulty in taking decisions. There are people who have gut feelings about decisions with great intuition. I'm not one of them. And so I had to learn the hard way, sometimes postponing decisions, many times taking the wrong ones. And so I for years, I have tried to figure out how to take a decision without postponing too much, and especially trying to take them in the best possible way for my highest good and for the good of all the people involved. That is important. Well, I discovered two wonderful archangels to help me, Archangel Uriel and Archangel Nathaniel. So first of all, it is very, very important to ask the angels. That's the first thing, because sometimes we forget. We say, okay, yes, angels are here to help us, and they know what we need, they know what we want, and so we don't have to ask. Well, this is really not the way it is, because I think that angels really love an interaction with us, a very close, specific, very concrete interaction with us. So the more we ask, the better. And the more specific we are, the better. Sometimes we say, okay, I need it to be healthier, which is very good, of course, but that's not very specific. Healthier in which domain? Healthier in our relationships, healthier in our bodies, healthier in our minds. I don't know. I mean, we have to be more specific. So the more specific we are, and the better it is for all of us, and the better it is for angels, because they know how to better help us with their wisdom, with their never-ending nudging. Nudging us in the right direction. And so the right direction is a very, very important thing when we have to take decisions. Of course, when we have to take important decisions, sometimes the decisions are very easy to take, sometimes they're not, especially when we are stressed, when we are worried about a situation where we really don't know where to go. And so these two angels, two mighty archangels, can really help us take the right decisions. And so, as I said, we have to be specific, very specific. And sometimes I also add my feelings about what I'm asking. And I always repeat to my angels, archangels, that some situations really create a lot of problems to me, a lot of stress, even though they do not relate it to earth-related stress, such as, losing things, or, somebody steals a credit card. For humans, this is a big, big issue, but for angels, that is not a really important issue. But if we are specific, they do understand, especially if we tell them that some situations can really, really make us very unhappy, even though they well, in the meaning of the universe, they're not so relevant, but they are very relevant to our daily lives. So it is really important for us to be specific. So first, ask the angels. That's the first thing. Second, be specific, very specific. The more specific we are, the better. Also because we clarify our ideas, being specific. And third, ask the angels and let go. So be specific does not mean that we have to tell them exactly how we want things to unfold, how we want the solution to be given to us. No, that's not being specific. Being specific is about the decision you have to take. But then you have to let go. You have to let the angels help you in the best possible way. As you know, they have higher wisdom, higher intelligence, a broader vision, a bird's eye view, if they say, wing's eye view, I would say. And so they know better than us. They live in a more expansive dimension, so they have more options to help us. So be specific about the decision, but let go of the outcome. That is so difficult for humans because we are control freaks. We would like everything to take place as we planned, as we have rationalized, as we have decided. But that does not happen. Many times it does not happen. And sometimes if it happens, it's not for a higher good. Sometimes at hindsight, we know. Sometimes at hindsight, we say, oh, maybe I should have waited. Maybe I should have done something different. This happens all the time. So first, ask the angels. Second, be very specific. Third, let go. Let go of the outcome. Let the angels help you with the outcome. They know better than us. So we have to you have to trust them. We have to trust their higher wisdom and their higher intelligence. And this is so important. But sometimes there are some angels or archangels can really help us take the right decisions because they show us the way. How? Well, let's take Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel can really help us in looking at the next steps for a specific decision. Sometimes a situation entails different steps. For example, what am I going to do first? And then once the situation has a little bit evolved, we need to do something else. Sometimes we have the broad picture, but we don't know exactly what to do, step by step. And so the best thing to do is to ask Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel, please help me see the next step, even baby steps, even one thing at a time. Because with one step at a time, we arrive at the top of the mountain. So we don't have only to look at the top of the mountain. We just have to look at each little step, each baby step. And Archangel Uriel is magnificent in his help in showing us these little steps. So if we set an intention, maybe in the morning, you can ask Archangel Uriel, please today help me see the next step that I have to take so that I am going in the right direction in terms of a situation, a relationship with somebody, a new job, a relationship with your child, whatever, it doesn't matter. So the context is not really relevant. What is relevant is the taking the right steps toward the right outcome. And Archangel Uriel is really magnificent to help us do that. I invoke him many times because I tend to lose the baby steps. I tend to see the big picture and I feel overwhelmed sometimes because the mountain may be too high. It's an Everest. I say, I never managed to make it. I will be there stuck forever. But if we just focus on the steps, that becomes easier and easier because you go up. And then things at a certain point become much easier because then we have to look back and say, oh, we have gone a long way. We are halfway through our trip to the mountain. What a wonderful thing. So this is so important because sometimes we only have a broad picture and we know that that particular path is very, very difficult and is going to be long and, it seems impossible to make it. But if we only focus on the baby steps, that becomes much easier. So one little step at a time. And Archangel Uriel is really magnificent for that. But then what about Archangel Nathaniel? I have to say that I started my connection with Archangel Nathaniel much later with respect to all the other archangels. And he really helped me to be very concrete. So Archangel Nathaniel is your archangel that can help you be very, very concrete about the steps you take. Sometimes when we are very spiritual, very sensitive, we tend to be airy fairy in everything I do. I am. So I have to be grounded every day. I am a creature of nature. I think my spirit family is the family of elementals. So even if I am very attached to Earth, I tend to be very airy fairy all the time because I'm always there, you know, floating in the universe, trying to meet my friends. So sometimes not only do I lose the baby steps, but I actually lose concreteness. And instead, Archangel Nathaniel can help us be very concrete. So I invoke Archangel Nathaniel to ask him to help me be concrete, to find concrete solutions to problems. Because sometimes not the solutions I want, that is always, unfortunately, in the way, but the solutions that are better for us, for our highest good. And so we can actually be specific, ask for angels and archangels help or the help of masters. And we want to be very specific, concrete, but of course we have to let go of the outcome. The outcome is going to be concrete then because we have to transform this airy fairy solution into something very practical. So Archangel Nathaniel is for me, is the archangel of practical things, which is for me is really very important because sometimes I lose sight of the practical nature of decisions. So concrete things that I have to do step by step with the help of Archangel Uriel to arrive at concrete solution. And when we invoke Nathaniel, things get on and we see action coming. It's incredible. I couldn't believe my eyes because I have a tendency to postpone. I know. And I have a tendency to sometimes drag my feet. And Archangel Nathaniel comes and is, no nonsense angel. And he comes with a lot of concrete energy and he spurs and stimulates action at all levels. And this is very important because sometimes situations are stalled, situations are blocked, and because the energies are blocked and we don't know why, but it seems like a spider web. Nothing moves. We cannot move. It's horrible. I really hate feeling myself in that situation. And I see that when I invoke Archangel Nathaniel, well, my God, a lot of action, a lot of energy, a lot of concrete steps. And so, I have started working with them. And I can tell you that he's really helpful, especially when I combine the help of Archangel Uriel with the help of Archangel Nathaniel, because of course I need baby steps because otherwise I get lost in this path. But of course I need concrete steps, not airy fairy ones. Okay, I want to be healthy. No, we have to be specific, we have to be concrete, and we have to be practical. So how to invoke these two mighty angels, these two mighty archangels? Well, there are many ways. Just call their names, and they will be coming. Or we can invoke them through their colors. And so for me, Archangel Uriel is a very wonderful ruby color, sometimes with gold. So the ruby ray for me is just Archangel Uriel. What about Archangel Nathaniel? Well, that's incredible. That's interesting because Archangel Nathaniel comes to me not always with the same color. Sometimes his color is light blue, but sometimes his color is also dark pink. Well, I don't know why, but it depends on the situation. The colors are different. At least they come to me in this way. Well, and you see, I've just chosen this beautiful background because the light blue for me is the color of Archangel Nathaniel. And of course, the light, the dark blue one, wonderful blue of the sky for me is the color of Archangel Michael. And as you know, Archangel Michael is my, favorite archangel, and he's always in my thoughts, and he's in my actions, in my prayers, and I walk with him. I just love him, really love him. And I don't know whether I told you, but Italy's full of churches everywhere. I'm not particularly religious as a person, but I love going to churches alone by myself. First of all, because in each church in Italy, you have incredible works of art, beautiful paintings, beautiful statues, wonderful. And every time I just go into a church, if I feel really dragged to a church, there is a beautiful painting or a statue of Archangel Michael. That's wonderful. I know when I am attracted to a church, I'm 90% of the times I just find them, which is wonderful because it's a message that is always with me. So please invoke angels, invoke archangels, of course, invoke Archangel Michael for strength, courage, and protection. But if you really have to take a decision, call upon Archangel Uriel and Archangel Nathaniel because they are two mighty, beautiful, helpful, wonderful angels. And each one with a different characteristic. Isn't this wonderful that we have so many angels and so many archangels with different characteristics, with different colors, with different energies, frequencies, and with different domains, specialties. I love that. Yes, we have specialized angels and archangels. Of course, as I was told in one of my courses, there are also thousands and thousands of unemployed angels. So angels, troops of angels that just can come and help you with everything you need, everything. So I call upon unemployed angels many, many times, especially if there is a situation that needs angelic help, not specific. For example, there has been an accident or fire, or if there is, for example, a major climate change problem, I invoke unemployed angels and I say, please, angels, go to that place and bring your beautiful energy, healing energy, and so that particular problem or situation can be solved. It's not specific, may not be specific to my life in particular, but there are many, many times I call upon them. I love the idea of them coming by thousands and thousands. All unemployed angels of the universe can come and help you. Isn't this a wonderful feeling of abundance? Well, angels and archangels can actually help us have a lot of abundance in our life, and especially a lot of gratitude. Please, 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 let's be grateful for whatever we have, for whoever we are and wherever we are, and for all the help of these incredible, incredible beings of light. So, and with this, it's just an honor to talk to you today about these two wonderful archangels. If you have questions, if you have any stories about angels, please contact me on my Facebook page. You can reach me on Angel Heart Radio or on Syl Ver 2019. It is my Facebook page. So with this, I would like to say bye from Rome, from beautiful Rome, hot Rome, because we are just in the summer now. And I hope you are going to have a great, great day. Bye. Ciao.